Welcome back to the 15-Minute Mentor. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why one stream of income is too close to zero streams of income and how you can begin to build your multiple streams of income. Stay tuned. Well, today's video is brought to you by my upcoming 5-day Create and Sell Digital Products Challenge, where over the course of 5 days, I teach students from around the world how to create and sell their own digital products. What are digital products? Digital products are educational resources that are hosted online, like courses, ebooks, online mentorships, where you take your knowledge, your experience, your expertise that you already have. You do the work one time to create the product, and then it has the potential to pay you over and over and over again. You might be sitting here going, I don't know what I would say. I don't know what I would sell. I don't know how I would do it. That's exactly why you need to join me. Click the link down below this video and grab your ticket now. And I'm telling you right now, we're talking about building multiple streams of income today. The best way to build multiple streams of income is with digital products. Come check out the challenge. You will not regret it. So guys, let's talk about building multiple streams of income. Before we do, I got to tell you a quick story, okay? So recently this year, unfortunately, I know two different people who both had very high paying jobs. I'm talking to the tune of multiple six figures per year, okay? And they had what they believed was job security, right? Had very comfortable lifestyles. They're making multiple six figures a year. And both of them, unfortunately this year, both of them lost their jobs. And it's really hard because, you think you have job security. You think you're like, well, I'm good. I'm making plenty of money. It's all good. This is why I always tell my students, one stream of income is too close to zero streams of income. One stream of income is too close to zero streams of income. Listen, there is no such thing as job security. The only way that you're going to have real job security is to build your own business and to build multiple streams of income. Even King Solomon told us in the book of Ecclesiastes, invest into 7, yes, into 8 ventures. Why? Because you never know what tomorrow will bring, right? And so let's talk about this today, okay? Like, how in the world do you build multiple streams of income? I had a student recently ask me this question, and they preface it by saying, hey, I know, the average millionaire has multiple streams of income, so how do we do it? And I'll tell you, the way to not build multiple streams of income is to try to build multiple streams of income all at the same time. A number of my wealthy friends, okay, every single one of us who have built multiple streams of income to the tune of millions of dollars, I don't know a single wealthy person who did that by trying to build multiple streams of income all at the same time. In fact, the best way to build multiple streams of income is to get really, really good at building your first stream of income very, very strong. And I'm telling you this right now, a job could be a stream of income, but jobs are not the best stream of income. Why? Because you could go into the office like two of my friends this past year, and one of them made like close to $400,000 a year, walks into the office, and boom, the job is gone. Sorry, hey, I know you've been here for 25 years. Sorry, buddy. So we had to let you go. Peace. Right? So how do you start building these multiple streams of income? Step number 1, you have got to develop your skills. Okay, you've got to develop a skill that is so awesome that people just can't ignore you, right? Like, people cannot ignore how good you are at what you do. I'm not talking about like, you're kind of okay at the skill, like you're decent at it. I'm talking about you are a master of masters, and you can do that specific skill in your sleep, right? Like, it takes no conscious effort for you to do the thing really, really well. Why? Because whenever you get very good at this skill, okay, and by the way, the skill can be anything. The skill could be, you could become the best sourdough bread maker. You could become the best basketball player. You could become the best salesman. You could become the best waitress ever. The punchline is this, okay? The best of the best, the cream always rises to the top, right? And it is impossible to ignore the best of the best. Now, you might be sitting here going, well, I don't really have anything I could do. Like, I'm okay at cooking. Talk to Gordon Ramsay. Like, Gordon Ramsay became the best of the best at what he does, right? Well, I don't know. I'm kind of into health and fitness. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. I mean, look at Dr. Oz, right? Like, Dr. Oz, even though he's not like a workout guy, he became like the best of the best as far as like knowledge and the approach to health, right? Or Gary Brecka, right? You might be like, well, I'm into like naturopathic, blah blah blah. Look at Gary Brecka, right? Like there's all kinds of different guys and gals out there. You might even be sitting here going, well, I'm not really good at anything. All I'm good at is talking. Talk to Oprah Winfrey, bro. Like I'm telling you guys, if you can become the best of the best of the best at a specific skill to the point to where it is impossible to ignore you, you can actually have a skill that brings so much value to the market, it will be impossible to ignore you, and you can actually start getting paid. But if you're just going to be like one of the mundane many and you're just kind of like, whatever, then you become a commodity. You're a dime a dozen, like anybody can do that, right? But you've got to grow your skills to the highest level possible. That's the first step that you got to do. Why? Because whenever you are skilled, okay, now you can bring a lot of value to the market. And the cool part is when you're the best of the best at what you do, now it doesn't take any conscious effort from you to do the thing very, very well. Like you mastered it. You're the best of the best. You don't have to really think about it. You can do it in your sleep, right? And so now it will be easy for you to provide that skill in a way that brings a ton of value with very low effort for you when you get to that place of mastery, right? So that's the very first thing. Don't try to start by building multiple streams of income all at once, because you've heard it before. If you try to chase two rabbits, you'll end up catching none, right? Think about this, okay? When it comes to building multiple streams of income, every single one of us only has so much capacity when it comes to what we're able to do, our energy, our time, etc. And if you're trying to build 2 or 3 or 5 things all at the same time, like mathematically, you can only give like 20% here, 20% there, 20% here before you're like totally like, I'm just so overwhelmed. I feel like I've done a ton of stuff but have nothing to show for it. Exactly. Because you're spreading your capacity across multiple platforms when you should be giving 100% of your capacity into one thing at a time, so that way you can build that thing as strong as possible. And you're going to do that with your skill. Okay, the next step that you got to do if you want to build multiple streams of income, get that skill so sharp to where now you're providing value to the market with little effort on your part, but tremendous value to the market. Guess what you can do now? Now you can leverage that skill. What is leverage? Leverage is the ability to get out more than what you put in, right? Like, because you're so skilled at what you do now, right? Because you have developed yourself, now you can do this in your sleep. It takes like no conscious effort for you to do the thing well because you're so good at it. Now you can start leveraging, right? Like here's the punchline, okay? So broke-minded people, they're always trying to focus on how can I get paid more per hour, right? But wealthy-minded people, we are always looking for how can we leverage this situation. For instance, as a wealthy-minded person, I'm not trying to think how can I get paid more per hour. I'm thinking how can I create an asset, a digital product that literally I create it one time and it pays me forever. Think about this. Like one video can literally impact thousands, tens of thousands, millions of people. One digital product can literally be created once and sold infinitely. Like this is how my students are doing it right now. They're learning our system, they're putting their knowledge into these digital products, and they're scaling like so crazy, it is absolutely jaw-dropping. And you can do it too. But if you don't have leverage, man, I'm telling you, one of the worst ways to leverage is a job. Why? Because a job, you trade 1 hour for one paycheck, right? Like that is the slowest, hardest path to wealth creation, right? But guess what great leverage is to create a business, specifically in our case today, a digital product business. Why? Because you can literally create these digital products. You can have a course, you can have an ebook, you can have a mentorship, you can have 5, you can have 7, you can have 10 digital products, and every single one of these digital products can become an income producing asset for you. And as long as you're willing to like believe in your limitations more than you believe in your potential, you're going to be like, well, who would want to buy from me? What if it doesn't work? What if it does work? Like, you need to stop asking yourself the question, what if it doesn't work? And you need to start asking yourself the question, what if I never even try? Like, think about that, man. There are people right now who are less qualified than you, they're less gifted than you, they have less experience than you, but they're doing better than you financially. Why? Because they choose to do it imperfect, they choose to do it scared, and they choose to do it now. That's the punchline. So you need to, as you develop your skills, you need to learn how to start leveraging your skills. And again, shameless plug, you should absolutely consider joining me for the upcoming 5-day challenge, because in the challenge, that's exactly what I show you how to do. How to turn your knowledge, your experience, your expertise into these digital products. That link is right down below. Okay. Now that you're the best at what you do, now that you've created some leverage, right? And now you're not just trading time for dollars, now you're making money with your creativity. What do you do next? I'm glad you asked. The third thing you need to do is you need to build systems around this skill that you have leveraged. Okay, what is a system? I'm talking about business systems. I'm talking about financial systems. I'm talking about investment systems. Systems that literally you can put things in place and say, every time this happens, then this happens. And then when this happens, this happens. In fact, in business, we create documents called SOPs, Standard Operating Procedures. That way, instead of having to train new employees over and over and over and over again, we only have to train the employee once, and we can literally create that into an SOP, a Standard Operating Procedure, to where now anyone who comes in, they just follow the system, right? Like, you might have heard this story before. I've been telling it a lot recently, but I took my family to Hawaii this past year, and it was so cool. They had a Chick-fil-A there, and at the Chick-fil-A, it was our first time seeing Chick-fil-A at Hawaii. And my kids are like, oh my gosh, there's a Chick-fil-A here in Hawaii. We want to get lunch there. I'm like, great. So we pull into Chick-fil-A, everyone puts in their order, and the strangest thing happens. Everyone placed their normal orders, and to our amazement, we got the same quality, the same order, the same level of lunch and food that we would have gotten if we ordered here in Texas. Why? Why didn't it come out different? Because Chick-fil-A operates off of systems. In fact, the way I like to say it is, systems produce similar results for everyone who follows the system. You need systems in your life, man. Yes, it's amazing to get skilled. Yes, it's amazing to leverage the skill, but you need to learn how to systematize your leveraged skill in the place of business, in the place of finances, and in the place of investments. Because when you can systematize your leveraged skill, now you turn on the money printing machine. One thing I teach my students is systems are God's automation. How would you like to have your success fully automated? No matter what you do, you're going to be successful. Well, guess how that's going to happen? It's going to happen with systems, and it's going to happen with principles. One of the reasons why people stay broke for so long is because they wake up every day and try to guess on, like, well, how should it work today? All you need to do is systematize and find out, like, okay, what worked the best, turn it into a system, turn it into an SOP, a standard operating procedure, and say, from now on, whenever XYZ happens, we're just going to follow the system. Like, think about that. I don't have to be a master baker, like the best baker in the world, to make a pretty dang good chocolate cake. All I need to do is have the ingredients and go down to the store and buy a cake mix box and follow the system on the back of the box. Now, here's what I want to submit to you, okay? You already have the ingredients. You've already lived that experience. You already have knowledge. You already have experience. You may not see it as something special yet, but that's exactly what I specialize in, is teaching you how to see your nothing as something. The thing that you're calling it's just nothing. No, it's actually something. And I submit to you, it's probably going to be the thing that God uses to radically improve your impact, your influence, and your income. Okay? So, guys, here's the thing. Number one, you got to get really, really skilled. You got to become the best at what you do. Number two, you've got to leverage that skill, right? You got to get so good that you can do it without conscious effort. That way you can start providing a ton of value with a little bit of effort. And then number three, you've got to systematize your leverage skill, right? And when you do this, guys, that's how you can begin to start building multiple streams of income. okay? Not trying to build like 47 streams of income all at the same time. I literally met a guy this past year and he was all proud. He's like, I've got 27 businesses. I'm like, that's cool. How much revenue are you doing? Oh, well, we're just kind of starting out. Who cares if you have 27 businesses if all of them are doing zero? I would rather have one business that's doing 27,000 a month than 27 businesses that are doing zero a month, right? So guys, this isn't an ego game. This isn't like, let me try to build all these multiple streams all at once. No, you got to get skilled. You got to leverage a skill. Then you got to build systems around that leverage skill. So that way you can start building multiple streams one at a time. And I'm telling you this, when you begin to build multiple streams of income in the form of digital products, right? Now, over time, you can have multiple assets, multiple streams of income. Like right now, I have a number of different digital products, and every single one of them has become a stream of income for me. My students, they're learning our system, and they're building multiple streams of income through every single time that they create a new digital product. Voila, they now have a new stream of income. You can do it as well. All you got to do, click that link down below, guys. Join me for that 5-day challenge. You will not regret it. Your mind is going to be blown. It will be one of the best investments you've ever made in your life. And I guarantee you this, it will be one of the most in-depth trainings on biblical business principles, financial literacy, digital marketing, digital products and sales that you've ever experienced in your life. And the cool part is we do it in a way that anyone can understand. Guys, this has been today's 15-minute mentor. One stream of income is too close to zero streams of income. Don't try to build multiple streams at once. Get really good at a skill, leverage a skill, build systems around it, and then start building multiple streams one at a time and over a little bit of time. It's so crazy. It can literally happen for you faster than you've ever imagined. But after a little bit of time, just following our system, you also can have multiple streams of income. So now you no longer have to, I'm going to end with this, okay? If you give somebody the ability to feed you at a job, you also give them the ability to starve you, okay? I don't want you to have to wake up one day thinking you had job security. You walk into the office and poof, your job is gone, right? Learn this system, learn these skills. I would love to help you guys. Click the link, join me for that challenge. You won't regret it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me for today's 15-minute mentor. I hope you learned some stuff, and we'll see everybody next time. Peace.